Hello? Am I coming through? Hello, Daniel. Hello, Latent. Hello, Poketoa. Hello, Gotta Deviate. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Latent. Hello, Alpha. Hello, Meowhong. I will do that hydrate in just a second. As you can hear, I'll talk a little bit about my voice again in a second, but... and the, and the cough. But allow me first to... appear to you. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It is good to see you all here. Oh, thank you for that, Butts. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. And if we haven't met before, I make Eurobeat music, the likes of which has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Konavi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, Toho Eurobeat, and much, much more. Well, yeah, I wanted a little bit of majesty before I stopped. It looks like since last we caught up, we have follows from ping_DAI, for Vieron, Echo the Vixen, Hatbox Ghost Lol, Varsk, Osku Lemoldu, Nishikoro24. We get some love in the chat for our new follows. And how is everybody? I hope you're all doing very, 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 very well today. I was not kind to my voice this weekend. So this Friday, as you may remember, I got to play Content Warning with so many other amazing VTubers, and it was a fantastic time. Mariume, Ruby Vox, and Fairy Sammy, and it was an amazing time. And I screamed a little bit because it was a horror game, as one does. And then Saturday, I was playing golf with your friends to celebrate Robin Sashiko's return to streaming. And then yesterday was Mother's Day. And I got to spend some time with my niece. And whenever I'm around my niece, she loves to play, which means that I tend to do a lot of voices, which tends to be a bit of a strain. So I'll be speaking a little lower today, as is my tendency. It's been a while since I've caught one of these streams because I've been a little busy. Helped a friend move, and also I've been trying to find a job. I think I found somewhere I might be able to get hired at, though, so things might be looking up. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'm waiting for my tea to cool down. However, I do have a couple of hydrates that I need to do. I also need to remember something. I think I said it. Catherine1, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and I make Eurobeat music, the likes of which has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Konavi Shoujo, Toho Eurobeat, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Great to have you. One of the points that I remember making before the string of collabs and auntie duties recently was, I've been so caught up on trying to sound a certain way. And I've forgotten that the whole point of doing what I've been doing has been to sound like myself. And that means that I can speak a little lower. I can speak like this from time to time. I don't always have to be super high up in my register to be valid. I'm saying these things out loud because some of you are also aware that I have a bit of an insecurity about this kind of thing. So part of why I'm just processing through it. Helps me to speak power to it, you know? But yeah, I had an amazing weekend. I had such a good time. I love my family. I love my mama. I love all of just everyone who I got to see this last couple of days. How are you doing? How are your weekends? I want to know. I feel like I need to add a little bit of blur to the background. I took some out of it because I wanted to be a little bit more sharp. Let's do a little bit more blur. That's too much. Gotta focus the camera a little bit. It's about the same, but whatever. Northern Lights were amazing on Friday. I heard about that. Yeah, none of those nights I was able to wake up or stay awake long enough to, put a camera up for a little bit. I just knocked right out right away. And I tended to just kind of pass out pretty quickly because I've been tired lately. Doing a lot of socializing lately, and proud of myself for that. I tend not to get out too much, so it was just like, Pixie, I noticed a few boops going on at this time. Let's see. Hey! I see you all miss me too, huh? Yeah. I miss y'all too. And, the problem with hopping on a stream when, you're my idol since forever, really. I'm happy to... Catherine, thank you. I'm honored to hear that. And, I'm delighted to be your idol. Sorry, I don't know why that name in particular hits idol. But I'll keep doing my best. Thank you for your support. Yeah. And another hydrate that I can do. Oh. Hello, Val. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I have my voice tea steeping at the moment, so it's just kind of like off to the side, and I want to sip it, but I know it'll burn my tongue if I try. So I gotta wait. Yeah, so we're all just doing Northern Light stuff, or were you doing anything special, or what other fun stuff were you all up to? Watched both of Phoebe's re-debut streams. She did one on Saturday and Sunday. I saw a little bit of, I managed to catch a little bit of, I think the one on Saturday. I bumped in at a point where, oh gosh, what was she talking about? I forget when. It was towards the tail end though. I think she was showing that she was doing a couple of songs next, like the cover of Internet Yamaro and stuff like that. Hello, Vera. Doing super chats. Yeah. Nice. Finally booked an appointment to start HRT today. Let's go! Congratulations! That's incredible. I hope that that appointment comes soon, and that you are able to start a regimen that is amazing to you. And Vera, I'm sure you can hear it a little bit. I was not kind to my voice this last weekend. I did a lot of screaming, I did a lot of streaming, and I did a lot of voices playing with my niece yesterday, which did not allow me a lot of vocal recovery. Nishikoro, I found out you were a streamer. Thank you. Me too. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you. Yeah, I've been streaming my Eurobeat production for like the last 7 or 8 years, VTubing for coming up on like 2.5, 3. It's been fun. It's been really fun. And yeah, I used to do like, just for those of you who haven't been around for a while, I used to do like almost exclusively Eurobeat production. Then I would do some games, and I sort of almost reluctantly allowed myself to like be part of my own stream outside of like just streaming to keep myself accountable to working on new production. It has meant that music work has slowed down a little bit in terms of releases, but I'm having fun, and I'm still getting work done. Gosh, why are all the sweethearts in chat today? I'm not complaining, mind, but I'm just surprised at how sweet everyone's been rather quickly. Oh, thank you for that, Bats. I only listened to your music and only found out about streaming recently. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people only really know the music stuff, and that's fine. Like, I am still primarily a musician. Streaming and VTubing, as much as I love streaming and like streaming and VTubing and such, it is still to some extent an accessory, a big accessory. It's becoming a lot more crucial to what I do, and even to some extent who I am. But thank you for the headbutts. But it's not. Oh, getting a phone call. They can leave a message. Hello, Sumi Tanaka. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I would wave at you all, but I still need to replace. You know what? I'm gonna order that cable right now. We're doing it live. Playing the feud. I need to replace that cable, and if it's not the cable, then I need to replace the whole thing. USB B type. No, it's like the weird. Oh, how would I even describe that kind of cable? It almost looks like the letter B. It's the kind that the first generation Leap Motions use. Goodness. Is it a type B? I have no idea. But you had a most wonderful Mother's Day. I did indeed. Thank you. Got to spend time with my mom. Got to spend time with my niece. Got to spend all kinds of wonderful time with my family and loved ones. Also did a lot of screaming and a lot of streaming. I'm not sure if it's mini USB, but let me double check. Not quite. Close, but no. You know what? Micro USB. Let me see. Micro USB. Nope, not quite. Micro USB 3, no. I'm trying to see the first gen Leap Motion Controller 2. It doesn't show the first one anymore. That's a shame. Let's see. Leap Motion 1. What kind USB cable? USB 2.3 hybrid cable. That doesn't tell me much. Micro USB 3. That's it! Perfect, thank you. That is exactly the cable. All right, this one looks pretty good. There's cable matters, there's side... Well, I need a good amount of length. Just to make sure that it'll reach where it needs to go. So let's do... That one's not giving me a length. Nor is that one. That one looks pretty short. That one's 3 feet. 3 feet ought to be enough. Listen, I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to size shame or anything, but I do, you know, cables need to have a certain amount for me to put them on the desk. An interesting looking, yeah, exactly. You see how it's sort of like the letter B? It was standard for external hard drives. Yeah, it was. I remember that. I am very dehydrated. 1 second, please. Right. Okie dokie. That one's 15 feet. I don't need 15. I think I just need more like 3. Let me just get, I'll just get this one. This one looks good. All right. It's in order. I think I'll just hit buy. Yeah, proceed to checkout. And it will be here tomorrow. Problem solved. Just in time for me to be using the Live 2D avatar that does not do hand tracking anyway. But yeah, no. I can feel my own temptation to speak higher again. I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, no, I've definitely seen a couple of hard drives with like that weird cable end. And if this cable doesn't work or doesn't fix the problem, then it might actually be the Leap Motion. But now we'll be able to find out. Yay! Chat. Weird question for you all. Something came up while I was at excuse me. While I was at my mom's place for a little bit. It is still spring, right? Like May. We're not in June where it's, you know, where you can start to argue that it's summer. Have any of you done... Okay, when in spring does spring cleaning happen? Is it generally accepted as like the beginning of the season? Because like... I'm starting to think about whenever I want. Okay, as long as it takes place during spring, yeah? That's a slight relief. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea now. Oh, world of difference. I'll explain why I had such a reaction in a bit, but I'm starting to look around and I need to do some cleanup because for those of you who don't know, I will be at both FanimeCon next weekend and Offkai the weekend after that. And what that means is I need to have my place ready for people. Oop. Sorry. Need to mute my phone. Around here it is. By July 4th, you might want to start. I see. So spring cleaning can happen around about early summer. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, it's called spring cleaning, not May cleaning or April or March. I see. I see. Generally, end of winter, start of spring type thing, but can be any time. That's fair. That's fair. So I'm looking at my apartment, and next weekend is Fanime. The weekend after that is Offkai. I have no days, excuse me. I have no days between the end of Fanime and the start of Offkai where I don't need to be ready. Do spring cleaning whenever there is some free time in about 2 years. Hi, Bunny I mean, Audie. Hello, hello. What am I missing? Hi there, Audie. No meeting? No meeting today. I think this week, this Friday, I think I have one. Actually, do I have anything else this weekend? I'm just realizing that, like, I'm trying to figure out what I have time for or not in the next few days. I don't know. So I'm wondering if I need to start doing a lot more cleaning this week, or maybe just this weekend or something. I'm gonna have another sip of my tea. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I can navigate my own apartment, but it would be really nice to have the place ready for guests. And it's not like any of them expect me to, like, have things perfect or up a certain way, but I like having it feel a little bit more like home, you know? Nice surprise to see you on Monday at the... Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I used to have a class in the mornings, in the early afternoons on Mondays like this, and I no longer have that, so it is back to that. Which will help you if I need it. I know, I just don't want to need the help, you know? Some part of my brain is really, like, mean to me, like, judging that I can't do certain things or keep certain things up. I've been better at stuff, like my living room... It has some stuff around. I think with that pets. It has some stuff around, but it's not as much of a mess as it tends to be. As well, I'm at a point where I can start to donate a few of my clothes that are starting to add up and stack up in my closet somewhat. Just some things like that. There are things that I can do to make it a lot easier to clean. I think with that pets. Brain can be mean, but it can help to choose if you endorse thoughts at times. That's been one thing that I have been better at, actually. Like, something that happened after the booster shot, like last week. I remembered what it was about coming back from COVID, that shaped my life decisions for a little bit. Like why I chose to come out, why I chose to do this and make big drastic moves in this direction and that direction. In the face of death, or the potential of death, it felt like the things that I was afraid of were so silly. And after, less time having faced death as a threat, for the most part, I became complacent. And in some sense, I got afraid again. I regained the sense of fear, a little bit of imposter syndrome in there to boot. And I'm realizing as I came back from the vaccine booster side effects, I was like, I got afraid again. Why did I get afraid again? Like, why am I afraid to ask for things? Why am I afraid to, like, talk to anyone, you know? Why am I afraid to have another sip of this tea? Well, this song is a little bit ironic. But it was just interesting to me. It was also part of, like, why I'm getting a little bit more okay with speaking with a lower voice again on stream, and just things that I might be doing. Keeping catching my brain when it's being mean has been something that I've noticed lately. I've been a lot better about catching myself hesitating on hitting enter, so to speak. Like, I'll write out a message and I'll be like, oh gosh, what if this, what if that? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm waffling. Hit enter. Like, make some mistakes. Because you like how you are and you don't want to go back. True, and I love what I have, and I do have a pretty pervasive fear of losing this. Like, I have my dream job with my dream fans, doing my dream genre, having it work out well enough. Thank you for the head pats. And it's funding my existence, my ability to be myself. And it kind of sets off this fear of losing what I have, of like no longer being able to run Odyssey Eurobeat as a business, of no longer being able to afford HRT or things like that, of being able to afford rent. It's scary at times, and I think it fuels some of my fearful decisions. But some of that was happening before COVID. Some of that was happening before I came out. So, like, that perspective shook me out of my fear a little bit. Shut up and take my money. Actually, Gamer, you actually bring up an interesting point on the subject of fear and money. I try not to have too blunt of conversations about this, and I know that I'm jumping around subjects a good bit, but chat, can we have a conversation about something? I mean, it's a little hard for y'all to say no. You could say no, but I have been having a conversation with Pixie, and to some extent with Tessa, my manager, and even a few other people. And I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. We've talked a little bit about the situation that I was in 2020 with a pretty nasty abusive stalker, right? Like that's we don't have too much in the way of folks like not knowing what's up with that. I can bring it up to speed. I had a pretty severe stalker who would send me love letters and lots of gifts and stuff. Really, just being completely inappropriate. Asked to stop, told to stop, warned to stop. They had my address and they kept sending and sending and sending and sending and sending to the point where I had to get a restraining order. And one thing that this person used to do was they would send large sums of money. Hello, Neko Popper. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. You come in at an interesting time. I swear that today has been good. It's just we're in an interesting subject. And even after I had warned him to stop, I think some of my mods were actually here for that. Quite a few of my mods were here for that. Thank you for that, bats. Some of you might have seen the amounts that he used to drop. And with that, because I associated that level of generosity with him, I had an aversion to too much generosity, for lack of a better way to put it, or to put up a bar of some sort. Like I'll have these little bars where it's like, oh, $10 for tip, or five things of 5 subs in a day, or even something for Pally, which is fine and wonderful. I'm gonna have another sip of my tea real quick. So in the last few years, I've been hesitant to be too forward about things like that, or even discouraging. And this is not to say that you're not generous. You certainly have been. Like, I please understand, this is not me being. I hope this does not come across to me being unappreciative or ungrateful for the ways that you've supported me here on Patreon, on YouTube, anywhere at all. Like, even just being here, your attendance is fantastic, and I cannot thank you enough. I think on the same token, by the way, I get stand to be open about this. I'm at a point again where things are a little tight. This is not me saying to donate right away. This is not me saying throw money at me right away. So much as there are things, it's a big reason why I kind of stopped emphasizing my throne so much lately, because like it's hard for me to to ask for things, for cute dresses and shoes and stuffed animals and stuff like that, when other things might be a bit more imminent, you know? So I'm realizing, what if my camera's a little weird? Might put that doing the mouth a little better? Not by much. All this is why I generally try to support in a more sustained way over time than big single drop. And I very much appreciate that, Leighton. You've been a good example with that. I'm thinking about, I've been thinking about putting another bar, or maybe even replacing the current tip goal with, instead of a daily tip goal or even like a monthly thing, I might specify what it's going towards. And it may not always be, no, Shockboat. Everything's fine. Everything is cool. It's a real talk, but I'm doing okay. I'm healthy for the most part. I'm good. I'm fine. I might put an amount there that is, that's what I'm going through, you know? Anything? Sure. You've also not done a donathon, as long as I can remember, if you want to take that approach. I think the closest thing I ever had was when I lived in the previous apartment, and I was a little bit short on rent, and it took me a couple extra days to drum it up. And Leighton, were you there for that? Like way back in that day? I know that those can also be huge. Yeah, exactly. I haven't done like subathons or donathons or big things like that because ever since COVID, I've had GERD, which has been affecting my voice. Whenever you hear me clearing my throat, apparently it's been mostly due to that. So I think in the near future, I may replace the tip goal with, I don't know, like, maybe I'll be real about it. Maybe it'll be like rent or something. The reason I'm bringing it up now is because, like, one, I would like to progress past the damage that, thank you again. And thank you for the head pats, Archines. I would like to move past the damage that my stalker did. And with that, I don't want to see any amount of money as, they're just trying to, you know, they're just being parasocial. They're just trying to this, that, or whatever, because that's not fair to you. That's not appropriate to any of you, because some of you might have that kind of feeling towards me, but we've had this conversation. We've talked about, you know, the way that a streamer can or cannot respond to feelings or things like that. We've had this talk about why my mouth is not opening in the same way. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm being weird. Is the lip sync off? I think the lip sync might be off. Hello? Aha! It was off. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Having real world goals listed makes some sense. Yeah, I think that might be the next move. I'm gonna run it by Tessa pretty soon because I'd like her understanding of things. One thing, however, that I've always loved and wanted to do, no matter if I've been I'm a ventriloquist. Pop, 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 pop. Sorry. One thing that I've prized about the way that I do things here is, even before I came out, even before I became a VTuber, any of that, I have tried to be open about how this works and how just Odyssey Eurobeat as a thing is going on. And this is part of that. But yeah, I hope with that, like, between the damage that I went through earlier in the decade and brain fog and a few other things, you can see why I was hesitant to put a bar with a large number on the screen, because I never want to make it seem like my basic living expenses are your problem, or that, I don't know. I'm in a weird place with a lot of things right now. It is hard for me to receive without giving what seems to me as just as much or not more. How long has it been since you've been to a stream? It's been a hot minute, and I'm so sorry this is the one that you've come back to. For all intents and purposes, I'm gonna be okay. In fact, let me put the music back on. Wrong song for that, really. No, that one's not much better. Close enough. Life can be challenging enough on the norm and expensive, can sympathize. And here's the thing. Even if we don't end up hitting that goal every month, I do have other income sources. I have things that are working. And it is hard for me to receive without giving a certain amount. It's a big reason that my Patreon is per release and not per month. Because it feels wrong for me to ask for something without giving something in return. And can't share the wealth right now, but certainly would be a big old cheerleader. Bless you for that. That is so much more than enough. Like, honestly, getting the word out, like sharing clips, sharing tweets, sharing little snippets, sharing songs that I've done in the past. Like, any of that helps tremendously. And y'all have been so good about that. Like, that's the thing. Me asking for anything feels like too much. Because it's already my dream. So, like, I don't know. It's hard for me to bring up, but I've thought about putting a little bit more of that on display. A friend that I've introduced to your content, she loves it. Yay! I'm so glad she does. I'm gonna have another sip real quick. Daniel, Instagram is interesting for that too, because I do know that whenever I post on Instagram, I apparently do pretty okay. Hello, Night420. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Instagram seems to like me a lot more than I like it. Like, as a platform, not the users. I rather like whoever's on Instagram. It's the platform that I tend to kind of forget is a thing. And it's been really good to me whenever I do post there. So it's just like, maybe I should be more active. I guess the fear that I have is like, am I active enough to justify asking for anything more than y'all are already giving? Mainly via stories, but there are certain individuals who might be interested in your work. I'll gladly share it with them. For sure. Already deleted Twitter. I actually have a plugin that limits my time on various social networks, or at least on the timelines. It's called Newsfeed Eradicator, and it'll basically lock your timeline. But you can go in and click on how long you want it unlocked. And it'll do like 5 minutes, 10, 30, an hour, a day, or you can just kind of get rid of the lock if you need it, but like, then it's not the point. Sure, clips like this, a true vibe here. Yeah, that works. I just have plugins that delete short form content. Sadly, short form content is sort of a necessary evil. I understand that the damage that it's done to music, to attention spans, all that kind of thing. Computer's not plugged in, my girlfriend's calling. Do what you gotta do. Good to see you, Shock Bro. Thank you so much for popping in. But yeah, no, I may very well, see what I can do about that. And by the way, I may not put, I'm trying to be careful to not misrepresent what I put in the tip jar, basically. Like, put the label on that. Because there are some things that I might want to invest in outside of just, the basics, like rent. I'm going to be straightforward with you and in some sense kind of leak what's on the horizon. I won't be with Fourth Wall for too much longer. They haven't been bad to me, but there's a merch provider that I've kind of been letting, kind of been leaving on red because I'm not in a place to invest in much right now. And the way that it would work is they, I pay them to start manufacturing a product, X amount of product, and then we sell through that. And ideally, that results in a profit enough to kind of put back into that machine and have that become self-sustaining. And right now, I would need to provide that. And I don't really have that because I'm focusing on stuff like rent and other things like that. So don't get me wrong, I'm making ends meet. Some things are a little slower than they could be right now. I'm looking at you, DistroKid. But for the most part, it's working out. I don't know. This is it. I get uncomfortable talking about this kind of thing because, like, I worry about sounding ungrateful. I worry about like how much to even ask for. How much is how much is too much demand on you? I don't really have a strong media presence, so I guess I'm lucky that I have the luxury to ignore short form. Yeah, honestly, that's fair. As a creator in social media, like, I consider Twitch social media to some extent. As a creator in this space, I do have to have some amount of like social media presence, including short form. But I do try to be pretty good about it. I try to be reasonable about it, at least. Is there an ethical way to make short form? I'm sorry. Point being, like, in the near future, I might retool. I might retool the way that I make requests of you. The sub goal thing has been going pretty well. I know that we recently had a series of gifted subs timeout, and that's totally fair. That happens. But people resub and people sub, and that's great. And I love incentivizing that, like on a smaller level. When it comes to direct cash, it just feels a little weird. It just feels a little bit like, hey, Odyssey, you've been at this for like almost 20 years now. Do you really still need like, do you really still need to be asking for money? Yeah. I live in the Bay Area, and it's not one of those things just like I choose to live here. I mean, I fight to live here. Could I work my fantasy will? I would move me and my entire family, like extended and all that. I would move us all to a more affordable place. The San Francisco Bay Area is, from what I understand, the most expensive place in the country to live. The average rent is that much higher. And I don't like putting that tab on everyone, but I might, let's see, out of curiosity, and please don't share more than you're comfortable, is it realistic to push to get the 100 subscriber points needed for the Plus program? That would require me to be a Twitch partner. I'm still a Twitch affiliate. I am not a Twitch partner yet. I've been streaming for almost a decade, and I still haven't hit that milestone. It didn't work with just being a Eurobeat producer in that regard. It was starting to get there a little bit before I came out. After I came out, there's a little bit of a dip, and then being a VTuber kind of brought that back up. And I'm doing well. Busking has been a staple for every artist and performer I've ever known. Yeah, program is now for affiliates. Really? I did not know that. I don't know what my sub points are like for that then. Let me take a look. Where would that even be? Okay. Bonus subscriber benefits. Oh. I do have that. Let's see the changes. All right, put that there. Ad-free viewing, ignore slow mode, subscriber only chat, subscriber badges. I don't see it. Where would that be? Would that be in analytics? I view the streams as a sort of live form busking. I suppose I see that. Like, there's those streamers, like, some of my Oshis and my favorite streamers will have, like, 100 subscribers a day. And I'm like, I wouldn't dare to ask for, like, more than 5. That seems like a lot. Or more than 1. Like, it just feels like a weird thing. I don't know. I'm intersect. Oh, thank you, Neko Pupper. I guess the thing is, like, I never want to take advantage of that, you know? Subscriber badges, subscription names, more badges. Subscriber only chats, subscriber only archives. I'm not gonna do that. Community? No. Subscriber engagement, earnings, payouts, overview. Would it be overview? I don't know. I'm trying to level up Ralts on Pokemon Emerald. They keep killing my Ralts. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hey, Pokemon in Nathan's game. Leave Nathan's Ralts alone. That'll show him. Sorry. I think it's under Manage Goals and Stream Manager. Okay. Okay. There it is. Okay. I see it now. Manage goal. Plus program, share with community. All right. Due to point verification programs, plus program goal widget updates every 2 hours. Month completion status will be updated on the first of each month. Okay. All right, let's refresh that. We're here to learn about the plus program. Okay. Hydrate, that I can do. Think of that, pets. So I don't know how many plus points I even have. All right, third-party events. Where is managed goals again? I don't see it. That is stream info, 60-second ad, raid channel. Manage reward requests, clear chat. That's sound alerts. I don't see it. How do I... I'm afraid I don't know where to go to, like, adjust that. 44 out of 100. That makes sense, because a lot of my subscriptions are gifted. And don't get me wrong, please understand. Thank you to every single one of you who is subscribed. Like, whether it's a gift sub or a Prime sub or anything like that, please understand, I am grateful to have you here. 44 out of 100 is pretty intense. That is bonkers. That is nutso. That is wacky kooky, goodness gracious. This is why I hate numbers talk. Cause like, cause it always feels like, oh yeah, thank you. More please. It's like, no. Yeah, 44 out of 100. That checks out. Cause like, I imagine quite a few of the subscribers are gifts. Which makes sense. You are all gifts to me. I don't like subscriptions, so I just try to just donate to you at least every month. Would it be better if I subscribe? It's a good question. Monetarily, I'm not entirely sure because Twitch takes about half, and they would until we get to that 100 mark anyway. Patreon takes a smaller portion, but the way that I have Patreon set up right now is per release versus per month. Just because I just feel weird about taking money without giving something back, but even with that, I've wondered if I should, I might ask the patrons about making it monthly. I don't like doing that, but usually donate more than a sub anyway. You do, yeah, and I appreciate that. That's the other thing too, because like there's other ways that I could go about it. I think the reason that I emphasize Twitch is because like I'm starting to grow a little bit in the community, not necessarily numbers wise. There's some of that too, but like I'm rubbing shoulders with people I never thought I would. Like I got to hang out with Mari again. I got to meet Ruby Vox. I got to meet Fairy Sammy. Like that's incredible. And like on some level, I really like being a streamer. Sometimes you need to do things you don't want to do to make ends meet. Exactly. MIG Welder 420. I will do the hydrate right now. That was gross of me, and I apologize. But yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of stuff that I don't like about the content creator side. Because, like, I don't like constantly asking for more. I don't like advertising. David Headbets. Like I like making ads, but I don't like the process of advertising because like there's so much going on right now. Like I think I briefly ran some paid ads on Twitter back when it was still Twitter. And that's probably why a lot of people have me blocked now I think about it. I've run ads before. I used to do marketing for a company. Man, I hate it. And in my opinion, I would just go for it. If the money's getting tight, just act on it, even if it's something you don't want to do in the first place. Walkies time for me. Headbats for y'all. Enjoy your walkies, Peanut. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your time. Marketing steers your soul. It kind of does. And here's the thing. There are good ways to go about it. There are ethical ways to go about it. But you're still trying to create the best slop in the trough. And, I don't know. After a while, it's like, it just feels gross. So I don't do those things. I don't do as good of a job as I could be of getting stuff out there. Now we have, and please understand, this is not me shaming any of you that have come in. There are folks that will hop in here. It's like, I didn't even know you streamed. I didn't know you were a streamer. Odyssey Eurobeat VTuber? Odyssey Eurobeat streamer? I remember when you did Discord. And that's about when I stopped paying attention. And that's on me. But also, like, the steps to fix that suck. I will say song advertising is a little bit more fun. Before I go too much further into that, I'm gonna turn on the air conditioning. It's getting a little warm in here. Be right back. Oh, immediately better. Immediately improved. Most jobs require selling either your body or soul. It happens, don't worry about it. As long as you're not lying to your community or committing crimes publicly, then you're doing great. So privately, duly noted. I know, I do try to be open about this kind of thing, because, like, there may come a day when I need to make a poopy bad decision. Like, that keeps me afloat. And you've got quite the portfolio under your belt and need to be shy about it, as long as you're comfy with it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of pausing with my words for a second here. It's really hard for me to fight this notion that I've kind of taken on over the years, where if I can't do everything myself, that I've failed. And that's ludicrous. It's silly. It's bonkers. It's nutters. It's even my manager. No, Night 420. I'm so sorry. No. Please stay. It's hard for me to. it's hard for me to get past that because, like, I'm not a failure. Needing help is a human condition, and I'll say that to anyone. Needing a little bit more than one might have for the moment is it happens. Even my own manager, I remember there was a time that we talked last year where she's like, give me stuff to do. I am your manager. Don't just have me organized. I can do things. We all need somebody to lean on, right? We all do. We do. Sorry, you feel the need to be Atlas here, reading Holding Up the World. And please understand, I don't feel like I'm holding up the world. I just need to, there's a few things that I need to hold up, and there's some things that I don't need to hold on to as much as I do. Sounds like a great manager. She is. She really is. She has been fantastic to me, not even just as a manager, but as a friend, just as a person. I feel like I'm kind of spinning my wheels here and just diving into it too much. Long story short, it may not be like the full tally of rent on screen at any given time, but I think I might be a little bit more ambitious about what I ask. I think instead of asking for rent, I think what I might do, I think one of the next big things that I might invest in would be something like merch or something like an upcoming release that I won't tell you about too much. Just some assets around that cost a bit. And maybe what I'll do is I'll put I don't know, I'll figure it out. And I know some things execute poorly when it's in bar form too, so it's like, I still gotta figure out that formula. And it could very well be that I just need to be heavier-handed, for lack of a better way to put it, like, to just ask more directly, more frequently. I wanted to bring that up, just in the event that starts happening on screen, whether there's a different kind of bar that shows up or a different approach that I do or sponsorships that I take on. It could very well be, by the way, that I end up taking sponsorships that for which I cannot immediately personally vouch for right away, like I did with Stoneforge. Stoneforge, I was able to vet on some level, but I have not yet purchased a product from them yet, so I can't really say for sure. So that does go against my value of being able to personally vouch for something. Like if I got back into GamerSupps, I'd be like, oh yeah, GamerSupps, great, do it. And like I can vouch for them now. Like their product is good. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with them at the moment, but who knows? Maybe they'll take me back. Stuff like that. So I have thousands and thousands of friends and fans to lean on. I feel weird about leaning on fans too much. Friends, I need to get better at leaning on my friends. That's a skill issue on my part for sure. Absolutely. Fans, y'all have enough people asking for money. Y'all have enough people demanding your attention, using weird tricks and cheap things and like big bright flashy colors and giganto boobies and all that kind of thing to get your attention. Anyway, point is I'm trying to be careful about that balance, but perhaps I could stand to lean a little bit in that direction after all. I'm bringing it up now because I want your thoughts on it. If it's Jessa, you're full of it. You're getting plenty. You're streaming to this many people a month. You're doing great. Shush. Or that sounds reasonable. Go for it. Do what you got to do. So far everything's been very supportive. And I appreciate that. I just want to make sure that I never want to lose sight of what I have. There was a discussion in the Discord server recently. There was a video that was fairly critical of the VTuber community at large, just for a few things here and there. From places where hatred springs up to general behaviors and attitudes that are that are, worthy of criticism. And every once in a while, it's like, I try to make sure that I hold myself to a high standard, that I am not immune to criticism, that I am not immune to falling off, that I'm not immune to doing something wrong or doing something that y'all don't like. Hello, Teeter. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Some things in bar form and in hangovers. That's very true. Very true. Is my noise reduction off? Yes, because it's off because I remember it was supposed to be like cutting off. Oh, you know what it is? I turned the gain up way, way too high for something earlier. How's this? Sounding a little better? I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how I sounded. I just kind of jumped into the stream. It's a noise stream. I wish that I could make noise. Trying to be careful with my voice right now. But, yeah. Noise reduction should be off, but, let me double check. Let's see. Filters. There's noise gate, but no noise suppression. Sounds like a setup to a dad joke. Needing to make a Discord server and it's absolutely so destroying. I'm so sorry to hear that again. May I ask, what about it is soul destroying? And depending on that, would you be open to advice that's helped for building my community? If not, no worries, all good. Just want to ask before I offer. Noise gay? I hope so. I just know what I'm doing with setting up the server. Well, it can be simple. It could just be a bucket to contain all the people that are following what you're doing. I would say the most that you need is maybe a couple of talking channels, couple text channels, one voice channel, and some rules, some really good rules. You need to actually prepare the infrastructure for the big project, which I'm planning. I see. I'm not too sure about your project, but I can tell you that starting simple is important for just starting a Discord server in general. Over time, you can expand it. Over time, you can build things out. Like, I know that over in my server, we recently added the technology and automotive channels. And then before that, I think we added the VTubers channel. But generally, like, it's only because general and off-topic were big enough in their own right to where they kind of needed a little bit of overflow for certain subjects and things like that. I just realized that the background is not seamless. I might replace the background. Rules are so painful to write. Obviously, they need to be clear and defined, but it's so hard to do that. That's fair. That's a really good point. I would say you can start simple. You can start with something like, I remember before I brought on, I think before we had like a proper server, my server went with rules like, hey, look, you're basically guests in my house. Be good to each other. No slurs, that kind of thing. And then it didn't take long for someone to break that. And, we had to update the rules, obviously, because, like, okay, even that won't work. All right, what did our new friend just say? Oh. Hello, Oblonsky. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Don't be the reason we need to make a new rule. Honestly, that, yeah. I would say, yeah, start with simple rules. Flush them out as you need to. And decide a few things early. Like, do you want discussions or debates in your server? I'm disheartened to find out Odyssey is struggling. Knight, I would say it's less that I'm struggling so much as things are always a little bit tricky. Being a musician, people are quick to demand money, but slow to pay. Hello, Maddie. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Simon. It's more just like trying to make sure that I can manage this going forward, you know? Right, with rules and such. I would say I feel like the rules that we have in our server are pretty good. They're pretty straightforward. Like, rule 0, you must be 18 or older to join the server. Rule number 1, be respectful. This is the no hate speech, slurs, excessive swearing, encouraging or threatening harm or self-harm or instigation. Thoughtful on topic debate is acceptable. Arguing or fighting is not. Number 2, do not post NSFW or NSFL content. 3, do not direct link or upload pirated content. Now, I have eyes on me in certain worlds that do not want to see pirated content in my server, hosted by my server. So stuff like that. Not sure what we're celebrating, but yay! Do not post material with the intention to damage the reputation of another. Some of these are just more like elaborations, but like, just be good to each other. Here's what we will not tolerate. Here's what we expect. The conditions under which self-promotion is allowed. I mean, you don't have to have all these right away. You could just start with like, just be respectful to each other. No slurs, no hate speech. You just start with that. And then over time, if you find that people are, certain behaviors are pervasive, then you can add a rule about that. Or if you see more people asking like, hey, what's the policy on this? What's the policy on that? Then you do that. There's some things that you can take as time goes on. The hardest part will definitely be to look for people who are basically working for free. The project is non-profit and for charity, so I can't really be expected to pay people. It's horrible and I'm feeling pre-guilty. I think as long as you're open about that. The fact that it's for charity, I think is worthwhile. And that is, some people will work to that effect. I don't think that it's an inherently bad thing as long as you are open and straightforward about it. I want to remind you about spins if you have any to do today from when you streamed on Friday. I don't think, did we get any spins? I think the last Pally dono we got, it might have been a Pally one. We had one, okay. Let me take a sip. That checks out. I believe we had at least one. Yeah, let's do that. I'm feeling in the mood for a swing or two. All right. Thank you all, by the way, for being around for that stream. I know that horror games are not usually my thing. Collabs are not usually my thing, but I appreciated you all being there for that. I appreciated you all like showing up and giving lots of love and support to myself and to Mari and to Ruby and to Fairy Sammy. I had an amazing time, and I hope you all did too. With that in mind, before I spin, there's some things on here that will probably not be very good for my voice. Permission, in those cases, I may veto what the wheel lands on and just respin, just to make sure that it's safe. All right, let's go. Well, this one's about as good for my voice as it gets. All right, let me go ahead and get the timer going for 2 minutes. I might do 3. I'll give you all 3. 2 minutes. All right, so 2 minutes starts right now. Time's up. Not gonna lie, I actually kind of have a lot of fun with that one. If only because, like, how many of you have seen that video of Shy Lily talking about why her model is so good? Or rather, why her tracking is so good? No shame if no one's seen it, but like, I want to pull it up actually, because like, it's something that I feel like I believe but don't apply nearly enough. Tracking. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music real quick and I'm gonna pull it up.
Lily's facial.
Aha, I think this is the one. Okay. Open up the wheel again. No, we'll just do browser window. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Wait a minute. I could just probably do it just in Shoost, couldn't I? Let's do layer 2 is a window. And we'll just do the one with the Shy Lily on it. Where is that? General, Steam, VC Face. Aha! This one. Okay, so here's the video.
Lily's facial expression is top of the game. No other.
Actually, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Like Lily, go on. Look at the others. It'll drive you crazy, lol.
As much as I want to honor Twin and her beautiful work because she deserves all of the praise in the world, every time people talk about my model in a very nice light, they compare it to others, and I don't think I like that very much. It takes away from the work other people have put into their models. Other riggers and artists are amazing as well, and if someone doesn't track as well as I do, I wanna guarantee you that 8 out of 10 times, no matter how big or small the person is that rigged and drew the art for the rig, the person using the model is at fault, because all they do is they sit like this in front of the screen with no emotions. I changed nothing, clearly. Literally just the way you use your model. It changes so much about the model. I don't like when other people get discredited for their work, because I too put a lot of work into this model to make it work well. Even though I fine-tuned my parameters, if I don't use them and literally just talk like this, all my mouth does is open and close. There is no facial expression, no joy, no eye smile, the eyebrows don't move, and my mouth
Lily's facial expression is top.
Put a lot of work into this model to make it work. There's nothing, clearly. Literally just the way you use your model changes so much about the model.
I forgot where I was. I'm sorry. Alina, hello! And hello to Arshan is Happiness as well. Hello everybody, hello, Shinon! I'm sorry, let me find where I was in the video. Let's see. Ah, here it is.
And my mouth literally just opens and closes, and not even properly. You really need to like learn to use the model. Sorry, just like when people discredit their artists and riggers. When you become a VTuber, you be a face.
Shinon! Leighton gifting that sub to Shinon. I'm gonna pause this real quick. Can we get some love in the chat? First to... Ow. First to Leighton for gifting that sub to Shinon, and that would be Leighton's 346th gifted sub in this channel, and to Shinon for being one of our beloved moderators here in the Oddities community. Can we get some serious love for both of them? Shinon, darling, thank you so much for doing what you do and being who you are. Great to have you. Right,
and riggers. When you become a VTuber, you can't just be a face cam.
Here we go. Yeah.
Pretend to have the luxury of VTubing. This is acting! And I hate when people discredit their artists, because I work really hard to use what Twin has given me. And I see many people not doing that. You can't just sit there, blank stare like this, and expect the model to look cool. You'll need to give it emotion and movement and things. I look constipated. I want to have the word, but I just feel it's so disrespectful to say that people want to move away from their model because Twin makes the best models. Twin absolutely does make amazing models, but so many artists do. You need to pick the fold at the person using the model, because they probably didn't set up the model properly to fit their face and movement. When I got into VTubing, my face hurts. My cheeks had cramps. Some of my friends are riggers, and they feel so hurt in their work when people use their model and then just ditch it 2 months
Hydrate,
later
that I can do.
because they set up the model wrong and I don't use the model to its full extent, and I think that getting a new model will fix that. Nothing will fix that. Learn to use the model. It's sad.
So, she makes a point in there. Oh, thank you for that, Bets. The point that I have for this is like, I am extremely fortunate to have a model, to have a 3D and a 2D. Like, yeah, forget the fact that I bought my my Live 2D from Booth. I have one, and I'm able to imbue it with a lot of expression, a lot of emotion. And the fact that Niji, that it's such an amazing job with just like, you know, just my standard face, a smile, a laugh, a frown, sad, shock. Even just with those, I feel like while VTubing for me is not in and of itself content, there are things that I can do to make it more engaging and interesting. And that sort of 2 minutes of no speech allows me to practice using this model in a way that's actually like properly, like proper acting, proper response, you know? Need the Sonic Adventure cutscenes, facial expressions. Watch out, Tails, you're gonna crash! Ah! Oh no. Turn into a hedgehog. Oh no. I haven't played Ice T yet. Sorry. Where's the thing? Heart rate, chat snow, oh right, it's in Shoes, isn't it? There we are. Boop. There's a whole Sonic OC VTuber scene. Love that. Faker? Huh. You're the only fake hedgehog around here. You're not even... There's also the Hedgehog Creator Flash game, so have fun. Yeah, I know. But I guess the point is, like, I really like that, that redemption, because, like, I don't know, it just allows me to kind of practice a little bit and put a little bit more oomph into the way that I do, the way that I act on screen. But yeah, no. Thank you, by the way, for the reason that we did the spin in the first place. It looks like that was from Game Tip for the $10 to the Ahmad team with the advice of don't die. I'm doing that, you know, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. Violet quoted Sonic Adventure 2 on Twitter earlier, but it was also a line used in SA1 and I nearly got the reference wrong. That is the interesting thing about the two games. Like, there's enough lines, I imagine, shared between the two. Benoy! I wish I could donate right now, but sadly I have to. Listen. Tying into what was going on earlier, what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Take care of yourselves first. Absolutely take care of yourselves first. My streams are a luxury good. And while I'm so glad that you're here, I'm glad to entertain you. I'm honored to entertain you. But I do not need your money for rent or food or the things that you need to take care of yourself as much as you do. This is not an I am financially struggling. It's purely just this is a bad time. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the times do get better for you. I'm glad that it's not a struggling financially, but all my income is disposable income. I see. Naruhodo. Yeah. Also, I don't think I said it earlier, but I thought I saw Renko in chat. Hi, darling. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. By the way, I'm gonna put this out there now. I'm probably gonna end stream a little early. You can hear a little bit of oof in my voice right now. Just because I didn't, as I mentioned, I didn't take very good care of my voice this weekend, so voice a little oof, a little ouch. I'm speaking pretty naturally, guys, so thank you though. Yeah, gosh, we've covered a lot of subjects though, and I will say, in a weird moment of gratitude. Oh wait, before that moment of gratitude, I got rejected from one of the internships I applied for. I'm sorry to hear that, Type 2T. They're missing out. I hope that the other internships for which you've applied, or other jobs, or wherever else you apply next, sees the value that you provide and that they take good care of you. Good thing I applied to like 8 more. Well, yeah, there's 8 more chances to score. And I hope that all of them see the value that you'd provide. I've redlined my voice so hard that I can still do all my usuals only for like a minute at a time. Sucks. Yeah. And hope you get paid. Yeah. What was I about to say or do? We're talking about income, right? Yeah, please take care of yourselves first and foremost. I talk about, you know, what I need to do for this, that, whatever. I have income coming in from Twitch, from from songs that I've released, from client work. Like if I could even share a glimpse at some of the folks that I'm actively working with right now, y'all would lose your minds. My voice has gotten so much better recently. One of my friends was looking at some old videos and he come, yay! And I'll even say like, oh yeah, the moment of gratitude that I was going to come back to. So even right now with my voice in its current state, rough as it is, the fact that it's only this bad, the fact that it's that it used to be a lot worse, that like if I was that bad to my voice over the weekend, that I would need to cancel today's stream usually. It feels like I'm doing well. It feels like I'm doing better lately. I don't know. I feel like this is a really good like health arc for me. Aviary, good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Rough as it is, only this bad. Yeah. Things can be bad and still have the potential to be worse, you know? It could sound like I'm completely dried out. I was trying to watch out for our voices at TF. Oh yeah, okay. Last night. Okay, I think about last night. So my sister had bronchitis, so she could not make it to the family get together. So at the end of the night, we were watching over her daughter, my niece, and we were dropping her back off. And she was kind of laying down doing what she had to do, and my other niece, little baby, was running around and such. And I think my mom went to pick her up. We were all saying our goodbyes and whatever. And this second, my youngest niece there, we're all heading over, and she reaches her arms out, which means I want you to hold me. Mind you, I was still pretty mindful of the fact that my sister's had bronchitis and should I be careful. I set my stuff down and I immediately am going to hold this baby. And just I think she's a toddler now. She's not a baby anymore. She's like, what? Is she like 1 now? Yeah, like 1. And she just full body just went limp, just completely comfy and trustworthy. Because she was bringing me stuff that she like, here's my favorite book, here's a plushie, here's like bringing me stuff to share with me, just to play with me. And then that, as we were leaving, she just wanted me to hold her. And so I got to hold her. And it was like, if I get bronchitis, this is so worth it. Because now I have another favorite auntie. Sorry. I don't know. This stuff hits different now. Like, I'm gonna be completely real, just between us. If this was the only difference that would thank you for that, Pats. If the only difference between coming out or not, like, was just being this loved as an aunt over being an uncle, I would do that right away. It's not like I'm not loved as, I wouldn't be loved the way I was before, but like, it just hits different now. And I love how that feels. Please don't get bronchitis. I took good care of myself. I definitely did a lot of sanitizer. I was wearing a mask in there anyway. I was being safe. But honestly, super worth it. Super, super worth it. It was a little bit of a risk to my vocal health, but honestly, when my niece wants to be carried and is not actively carrying volcano blisteritis, I'm gonna do that. I'll think about that, pets. Worth it for Bibi. Worth it. Yeah, exactly. Worth it for Bibi. Grunkle aunt. Well, no. I am very much just an auntie. But, actually it's interesting too, because my eldest niece can recognize, so at my parents' house, actually, I'm called Auntie Audie. Unironically, even by other people in the family. It's like, oh yeah, you're Auntie Audie, right? Which I love. So my dad has this screensaver up on our little like Google, like what's it, like Chromecast or whatever, and it's family photos. And what we love is that whenever we're not, whenever we're talking or whatever, a picture might come up and it'll remind us of something. Oh, you remember when we did that? Remember when we were into that? Or like that kind of thing. And I love that we're able to look at old pictures of me and not have it be weird. Because it's like, there's that understanding of like, oh yeah, that was a part of a really, fun or happy memory of a chapter that has closed. It was just really nice to be able to look at old pictures of myself like, oh yeah, that was that. I was doing that and that was really fun and, I had a good time. Times are different now, but, that was cool. I'm very fortunate to have that. It's just, I don't know. I'm in a weirdly, like, grateful mood with a lot of things lately. Like, yeah, there are things that are rough. There are things that are scary. There are things that are sad. But I found that keeping an attitude... Oh, no, I was really going to do an accidental rhyme there. An attitude of gratitude. Whenever I find that I focus on gratitude, I find that I'm a lot happier in general, and there's a lot to be grateful for. It's like a muscle, like a gratitude muscle. Just the more stuff that I look for to be grateful for, the more I find. And it kind of evens me out a little bit too, Keeps me from getting anxious too. And part of that has been learning to be okay with my natural voice. That I don't have to sound like the prettiest pink princess out there. I just need to sound like myself. That on stage, I don't need to look like, I don't need to look amazing in this or that or whatever. I just need to look like myself. And if I do need help, that I can reach out to people. That there are folks that do want to assist with things. And that kind of thing. I'm enough. I am enough. Your voice is alto and sultry. Thank you, thank you. I'm getting used to that, though, because, like, for the longest time, I was praised for my voice being very masculine. And that's because you're the pink princess always. Now, hold on now. Hold up. Don't get too wild with that. But, yes, thank you. I'm learning to love it, because, like, I really thought that I had to do XYZ to be received. And I really did try to make it easy for... Thank you for the headbats, by the way. I tried a little too hard to people please. And even the people that I was trying to please kind of noticed it. You might remember a year or two ago, I had my mom on stream, and she hopped behind my live 2D for a little bit. And she was talking about her voice and how it's lovely and feminine and deep. And that I'm where she gets it from. Yeah, Audie Mom is amazing. I love my mom. I want to have her back on stream at some point. I do know that the direction of my stream has gone a little bit more, a little bit spicier. So I'm not sure deep feminine voices are chef's kiss. Yes, exactly. Think of the headbats. And what I need to accept... Saprasi. Please let me know if I pronounced that right, by the way. If not, then please let me know and I'll fix it. Saw your collab with Ruby Vox and I like your voice and personality, so I gave you a follow. Thank you so much for that. It is an honor to have you here. And I hope that you like what you see. When I'm not doing streams like this, I'm creating Eurobeat music that's been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matar, Konavi Shoujo, much, much more. Playing games, including the Touhou series, and more. It is great to have you. And I'm honored that you could join in. I don't have much range. I'm firmly alto. It's annoying. Saprasi. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I always want to be respectful about that kind of thing. Touhou mentioned. Touhou hijack. Love it, though. Not gonna lie. Touhou Fest almost single-handedly, like, revived my interest in Touhou. It's not like it was dead before, so much as, like, it was just a little bit like, yeah, I like Touhou. The dummy mom is crazy. What, even just like this? See, now that I'm like mentally aware of it, Touhou. I mean, we did have VTuber Feet Connoisseur in here earlier. And hey, actually, news update for those who are interested, all three of you maybe. I I have my rank in that listing. It turns out I ranked pretty highly. So I was followed by a, you know what? I'm just gonna pull up the browser window. Odyssey Eurofeed. All right, here we go. This user, who is really cool, like was super chill, easygoing about stuff, apparently was a fan of my work before getting into the fact that I'm a VTuber that happens to have feet. And I'm in the ranking. And apparently, I rank pretty darn high. I'm just right behind Mint Phantom. I'm not gonna spend too much, but like, hey, your girl's got the pizzies. Sorry. Yeah, just a little news update. I did finally end up like second from highest. So that's all. That's all I was gonna share about it. I just thought that was funny. What a way to enter the stream. Hello, Doey. Yes. What a time. Apparently, Guy. Apparently. But yeah, the way that I reacted, or the way that I engaged with that follow was, well, I pointed out that the amazing artwork for Lace and Linen, the artwork done by Showtime, did happen to feature, you know, the, okay. If it's feet, it's the dogs are out, right? I don't know the lingo. I don't know feet parlance. But they were out. Yeah, it's like, hey, this is a video in which the dogs do happen to be out. So it was like, oh, wow, okay, thanks, apparently. Yeah, it's the hog that you don't want out. I'm learning. See, now I'm starting to sound like a certain cockroach lady with the, you know, the dogs versus the hog and the Twitch. Who let the dogs out? Who? But yeah, no, I pointed out, dogs, not hogs. Yeah. Dogs are feet. Hog is something very different. Boof, bork. I'm not an owl. I'm not an owl. What gave you that idea? But yeah, no, so that's just a little update on your girl's listing on VTuber fees. And please understand, by the way, this is not meant to shame or criticize VTuber feet connoisseur or those who happen to enjoy VTuber feet. Let's be real. Do they rate foot pobs? I'm afraid I don't know. You might have to ask them. If Audie was an animal, I feel she'd be a fox. I feel like people have had that discussion before, and people keep coming up with different animals. People have said that I'd be a fox, that I'd be an animal. I'm sorry, that I'd be a bunny, but I would, you know, that I would be. I think someone actually had like a horse, affectionate, not derogatory. But like, I don't know. I like being a bunny girl, like this, like Playboy bunny, pion pion. But I don't know. Gotta close a couple of tabs. Could be a wolf. If you talk too much, that would make you. Ah, I see what you did there. I really need a button for the rim shot. Do I have that? Just close enough. Oh, it's a chimera then. No. There's so many sound effects that I need to start using more. Like, let's go. How do you spell sock connoisseur? So you got sock right. It's the word connoisseur that's a little bit difficult. I believe it's this. Rimshot, but the snare is spooky. Actually, I wonder if I can get two at the same time. Has anyone said a non-mammal? I don't think they have. Ow. Ooh, pretty soon I get to update the throwables of like beach stuff. Not gonna lie. Okay, when the weather gets warm, I like having my streams like at the beach, so to speak. Chat. I just realized what we get to do again. I know that I tend to do might be a trans snake lady like Sylvia from Mice Tea. I have been so out of that community, and I'm sorry. It's been nothing personal. I've just been so busy. I have been so screamishly busy, like screamingly busy. That's like, it has not been for lack of interest. It's been beach outfit Audie when I have been on stream in a swimsuit at least once. I'd gladly do it again. That's actually what I was talking about. Like, I know, thank you for the bats. I like to do my beach streams in September, bikini sea. Now, hold on. I think I might do more than one. I like to do one to like start the summer season and then one at the end of the summer season. You know, I think that'd be really neat. I liked the way that we did things with like September, where we kind of unlocked it over time. But yeah, no, I am not against like I like doing Connie! Hello. I saw that I was not following you back and I need to fix that. So I did. And yeah, I may or may not have been showing off that I ranked pretty highly on that list of yours. Audie in that one strawberry swimsuit. Please. Me in cute swimsuits, please. Like a little like swim skirt and like a bikini top, just sublime. I saw you in that swimsuit when I was first catching you just as a casual person before I started chatting and getting to know this. Aw, thank you, gamer. Gonna need a clip. Beach episode 1. It would be Beach episode season 3 at this point. Let me see what I have. Found a strawberry cardigan recently. Ooh, cute. Okay. Switching account to... I have not been good about uploading my VODs lately. I'm sorry about that. I need to do that. I know that I have a VOD for at least one of the beach days. It's one of my more popular uploads, too. Well, I'm gonna pause that. See if I can get an angle where it shows a little bit more of my particular outfit. It's basically just been swim dresses. When is the glasses coming back? Like for 3D? Let me see if I can get that going now. I think that's easy enough to do. I don't do as many props on 3D as I used to as I do for like 2D because it's a little bit more difficult to swing. But doesn't mean I can't. Let me see what I can do. All right, face forward directly. Like that. And then what I need to do, settings, always on top, distance to avatar is 0. How's that? Hide settings. Close the props. How's that? Better? Glass to see. If you ever collab with a VTuber, would they be a featured artist? I see. If you're low on the leaderboard, that'd be defeat. Nah, I see what you did there. Starving, so good night. No worries again. Have a great meal. The glasses, yeah? Y'all liking the glasses on me? They're a little bit askew, but I might be able to. Well, actually, no, they actually might be just fine. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I have let's see. Let me see if I can get an angle of me, like in camera, on that stream. Well, there's not a lot of flattering angles. I don't know how to video myself yet. Sorry for the snort there. I remember there was a stream I did a couple years ago. Let's see, where was it? This is about as close as it gets, I think. What happens when a user redeems a boop? Well, find out. From what you can see, a hand vanishes into existence, boops me, and then vanishes back out. Exactly. All right. There's not a lot of like great footage of me getting booped so often. Here's not a great thumbnail, but here's me in like a swim dress and like an outer coat. Let me see. By the way, for those who are new here, and I'll do that wink in a second. I am not afraid of face reveals because, like, I was a pretty active performer in the 2010s, and there's pictures of my face out there. There's plenty of pictures of how I used to look back then out there now. So now I'm not afraid of showing you my face, partially because I'm not ashamed of my face. Thank you for that, Pats. And partially because, like, if I don't show you how I look now, people will show you what I looked like back then as if that's what I look like now, you know? So, with that said, here. Aw, thank you, gamer. Hello, Belle. Good to see you. When Neko Odyssey, I don't know. I don't think there's been a lot of demand. Thank you for that, Pats. I think the only person that's really demanded Odyssey has been Sugano, actually, when he hopped in that one time on stream, and all of you were picking on me because you saw that we had him here. Anyway, yeah, no. Sugano is the only one that has requested cat ears. One question that I have to ask is, you ever think that you were going to be that cute looking? No. I remember, I guess my decision to come out was despite thinking that I would not be passable. I really thought that Sugano to draw your avatar. About that, he has. He has at least once. Where is the folder? Need that to show up, please. There it is. Been having a rough day. Got banned from a Discord server and then immediately had an ultrasound. Hope you're doing better. I am so sorry to hear that. That is a bummer. I hope that the ultrasound went okay though. Let me. Hold on. I'm gonna hide the browser again for a second. And let me see if I can do. Let's see. Let's see. From Sugano. Was it from Sugano Music? It might have been from Sugano Music. Okay. From Sugano Music Odyssey. No, it must not have been. It must have been from the Odyssey art approach. From the Sugano art. Let's see here. I think he occasionally retweets his art. Why do I know that I'm following the Sugano art account, but I don't remember what the account is and why it's not showing up in my searches. That is high praise, Vera. Thank you. I'm honored. Okay. Where is it? Is this it? No. Does Audie have goth moment? About that. Goth? Yes, I do. All right. And 8-Bit Gentleman, thank you so much for 17 months of subscribing. Looks like 9 in a row there. Can we get some love in the chat for the 8-Bit Gentleman? Please continue to enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community for such a long time now. Gothacy, yes. I am here. In full goth at the beach. Oh, wait a minute, wait, hold on. I just realized that there has been a grievous error that did not carry over properly. Allow me to fix this. Okay, hold on. Well, I'm gonna try to look as forward as much as possible. Be a little too big. Glasses Gothacy. There we go. Yeah, once I find that, maybe I just have the picture saved. I'm pretty sure it's in desktop. Yeah, I said the real Gothacy. Perfection. Maybe I should get some like frames or something. Where is it though? Is it saved under O? Because I know that he's done a really cute picture of me that I really liked. Like, unironically, really quite enjoyed. That's Bunny. That's Bunny C. I don't see it. Darn it. Not yet, anyway. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to find it. I like saving pictures that people make for me, but I'm not always good at saving them in just such a way, you know? What's my opinion on AI music? I recently blocked a creator in the space that was trying to make Eurobeat with AI. Because, no. Just no. Absolutely not. AI can take Eurobeat from my cold, dead hands. What is this weird obsession with taking the humanities away from humans? Music is not some burden. It is not just some generation of content. We make this out of passion. We make this because we love making music. We create to express. And yes, not every bit of art is going to be, you know, some world-defining, you know, creative masterpiece. And not every song is going to be some deep emotional journey, you know. But I'd rather hear a crappy Burning Love, Car Baby, Fire Desire Tonight, Tokyo Drift, like, Eurobeat track than a masterpiece from AI. Because it's deliberately, literally soulless. By the way, AI sucks at Eurobeat. AI, you know what? No. AI sucks at Eurobeat. Keep the riff consistent, you useless machine. Like, it can't even do it once. It can't even do it right. I'm serious. Let's see. It'd be one thing if it was just a terrible use of the technology. It'd be another thing if it can even just keep itself consistent. Just gross and bad and no. I found a person in my posting funny, explicit oldies when not in fact posting oldies with AI generated content. I got so mad. Yeah, no. I am strictly anti-AI in terms of generative AI. Because look, the ways that AI could be used as a tool are so utterly usurped by the fact that it is trained on unethical sources. It's stealing. It's a what's the word? It is an inherent theft machine. Like, it's just no good. It's just not important. Don't. Okay, I'm afraid I can't find the picture. I'm so sorry. But Sugano has drawn my live 2D avatar before and did a great job. Maybe it's in... I wonder if it's in this one. Hold on, I'm gonna take one last look. I don't want to give up so quickly. Alas, it is not there. I feel like AI has potential to be a great tool to assist artists in content creation, but hate the way generative AI is used currently. Because see, here's the kicker. I think there are ways to train an AI on an ethical data set. But that's not where the money's being made right now. It's being made on the stuff that was made stealing from artists. And they're doing it to actors, they're doing it to voices. And right now, companies are doing what they can to get in the least ethical, most unscrupulous stuff before it gets regulated to hell and back. XR, great. I will permit you to post a link. Let me do the permit. If you can post it in chat, please. Sugano art. This is the one. There it is. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me get shoes going. Thank you so much for that, AXR. Here is the picture. Yeah, this is the picture of my avatar by Sugano. Like, the Eurobeat producer is also a good artist. People don't want to learn how to actually do that stuff or have to pay artists. Yeah, well, they see art and as content, and they see content as something that people make begrudgingly or in order to make money and nothing else because there's nothing of value within it, which is wrong and stupid, and I disagree entirely with my whole chest. And there's a whole lot of chest. IRL, I'm still working on it. But yeah, and I should say there is a way to use artificial intelligence to assist with stuff like artwork and things like that. But the way that it's being used right now as generative is completely unethical, especially like visually, musically. Like, I've heard what people are trying to pass off as Eurobeat from AI sources. It sucks. It's not just enough that they're trying to make it soullessly and just make me a Eurobeat song that sounds like this. We already have enough of that from people that actually care and make it interesting. I don't need some robo opinion about what it is, you know? Art is not a means to an end. Bingo. And art can be a product, but it needs to be depending on the intention of the artist, which AI is designed to ignore. I digress, sorry. See, this is the good stuff. This is fantastic. Sugano did an amazing job with this. And I love it, and I think it's super pretty, and I love how I look in it. But yeah, I'm gonna favorite that. Where's the humanity within the art? If an AI robot makes it instead of you making it yourself, even if it's not as perfect as you want it, there's at least some humanity to it. Oh yeah, also, I would rather see human imperfections than robotic imperfections. I'm serious. That art feels like it came out of a season 3 slice of life musician anime where Odyssey is the prose tag. I'd be so about that. I would love to be like, I don't know, I'd love to be in like a VTuber like slice of life anime, or like a Eurobeat slice of life anime or something. I don't know. Maybe both. Ooh, like me with like Serato Usa and Uisaki Sia and like Minmo or something like that. I don't know. That'd be fun. That'd be funny. But yeah, no. I had a big conversation about AI with others online. I'm kind of on the side of AI, but IDK. And here's the thing. The potential of what AI could do is fascinating. And I go so far as to say if it was done right and with alongside creatives as opposed to against creatives, I'd be for it. Seriously, I would. In such a situation where it was made with our, not just our permission, but with our assistance, I think it'd be a lot better off. I feel like the current cost, the way that AI has admitted to be unethically done and continues to do it and knows that it's doing it and still does it that way. I cannot, on good reason or good ethics, support generative AI in its current state. Eventually everyone will lose their job over it. I will fight it kicking and screaming. I will not rescind my job to AI until the day I can no longer afford to run this as a business. And even then I'll make this as a side job. I'll get a day job to subsidize it. I don't care. Actually, no. I need, for lack of a better way to put it, I need profanity. I don't mind. I'll do that shit. Like, I don't care. Like, the machines can pluck my DOF wrinkle. Yeah, exactly. All I'm gonna say is I like the crap it makes. I gotta be honest, Belle. That means your standards are a little too low. You're willing to watch something steal from so many other people and just poop it out, basically. It means that you can like whatever you like, by the way. Life is short. But understand that there's an ethical point. There is an ethical issue with what it is spitting out. It's no longer a matter of, oh, it looks good enough. And mind you, I've seen and heard what AI can do. I've heard Glorb's tracks, like the guy that makes like SpongeBob Drill. Really good stuff. Like, he's a good producer, and I understand the novelty of hearing SpongeBob characters going that hard. But like, it's also, it's still, I would be really uncomfortable with people putting my voice to something that I didn't approve of. And people make AI covers of my work, and I don't approve of it. I don't like that. Don't do AI covers of my work. And by the way, I know that me saying that isn't going to stop people from doing it, because that's exactly the kind of thing that keeps AI going. Pardon my French, they don't give a shit about what I think or what I want or what I've done my work for. They want their Eurobeat now, and they're going to get it unethically. They're going to do it without asking me. They're going to do it without asking for what my prices are, waiting for a time, or getting something that actually feels a certain way. They're gonna punch things into a machine. I'm sure, by the way, despite my claim of never, ever, at all, ever in the history of ever put my music into any kind of AI anything ever, I'm sure someone's done it. I'm sure someone has my music from like Bandcamp or something and has fed Suno or whatever the music generation thing is. The average consumer isn't smart enough to even understand the difference between generative AI and like RTX voice or something. No, that makes sense. That's fair. I lost my train of thought a little bit. Yeah, anyone that's done that, and I'm even going to say this if they are an oddity, you're dead to me. Don't feed the AI machines my work. I do not want some Odyssey Eurobeat sound-alike. The last thing that tried to be an Odyssey Eurobeat sound-alike ended up being a pretty nasty homophobe and transphobe, and I have no business with them anymore. I don't want to have to deal with the same thing from a machine. Hello, GLMD. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Hello, Taha Reigns. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, nah. I would rather make crappy human art than see some AI's attempt at being me. I've seen enough knockoffs. Like, I'd rather hear someone try to be a good knockoff of me, or be better than me. Really, that's not me saying that I'm good, but like, look, I'd rather hear people try at any point in time. Aw, yeah, that's for chat. I'd rather feed the real Odyssey. Thank you. I'm so much cuter than a machine, I mean, even if I became a robot girl, I'd still be cuter than, a generative AI, right? Delta Brony was a scary good knockoff. Delta Brony did have a lot of the right sound cues. Yeah, I do remember that. Really does suck when you have good ideas and those ideas get tossed away for 5 minutes to someone typing on a keyboard and poof. And see, here's the thing. If someone does have good lyrical ideas, then yeah, they might inform a good Eurobeat track, but it's still soulless. Don't feed it to a machine. I would rather hear someone use every preset in one synth ever and the same drum loops I've heard forever, because it's them. It's them making a collage, I think the idea of thing put into a context which it isn't commonly found in is actually a productive and fun use of AI work. It isn't replacing anyone. It's something unique, which I think AI can do efficiently. I would say as long as those providing the source material one way or another, I think as long as you have the consent of those involved, go nuts. Like if Glorb had the consent of Tom Kenny and the other voice actors, that were involved in SpongeBob, then yeah, go nuts. Make all the SpongeBob drill you want. I am so sorry. I have not been looking at my redemptions lately. Hydrate, natural voice, hydrate, natural voice, hydrate. Lots of hydrates. Wink. Here for that, Bats. All right, let me take care of that wink real quick. There you go. Boop, 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 doop, doop, doop. With SpongeBob stuff, even if they aren't starving for it, it's still, yeah, exactly. Like, what was that last wink? Because sometimes I'll just, it's that last one. The joke is that it's subverting the expectation. Yeah. Artificial intelligence, by the way, is different than generative AI. It's been cool to see what's possible with actual like artificial intelligence. Like, this is what I think of your work. Eh? Aw, thank you. How sweet. But yeah, I would rather suck at Eurobeat than hand that to a machine. Just saying. Hello, mechanics. Good to see you. I think Twitch is trying to sell me a 4068 gig XLR8. I see. Really, Logitech is adding an AI button to their mice. It is absolutely the buzzword. It is absolutely up there with like .com and crypto. Like someone commented that earlier. It really is. Yeah, no, like, as long as I am human, I will cling to the humanities on my own. Things like SpongeBob and rap music or American presidents playing Minecraft is great. I think that's funny, and I even say artistic use. I do think that making money or negatively affecting someone else's revenue using it is incredibly wrong. It's still an IP. And see, here's the thing. I was around for a lot of YouTube poops and like voice splicing and things like that. And there are some things that might be public use or, clearly fake. Even then, though, I feel like we're getting into some oofy stuff. Sometimes using AI like Bard for inspiration from my musical projects was never in the actual creation process. I don't know. Because then, like, where is it getting the info from? What is it answering you with? What things did it throw into the blender to blend for you into that particular sludge? Having a bite of my cheese. But yeah, no, I have some thoughts on creativity. I'll put it that way. I don't know if you want to hear this, but last year I was 291 pounds and now I had 163.142 pounds of pure mass. I see. Was that the direction you were aiming to go? If so, then congratulations. That is significant. That's a big deal. On subject of generative AI, don't use the Tangia. That voice says specifically doesn't want to use voice use in AI. Here's the thing. I do not use any of Tangia's AI stuff as far as I understand. I only use it for like on-screen shenanigans, like interactions with me. You don't need other voices, Anon. You have mine. You're not gonna go to anyone else, will you? Sorry. What would you call your highlight of last week? A friend keeps asking me to encourage positive thinking. A highlight of last week. I do not remember last week very well, but I do remember that it went well. I liked coming back from the vaccine and talking about just things with you all. What did I do? Oh yeah, the candy bracelets. It was super fun to make more candy bracelets too. Big reason I'm doing it one more time this week. By the way, next week I will not be doing bracelets. However, actually I'm realizing this. If I'm gonna do a celebration of that, then it probably needs to be next Wednesday at the latest. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna spoil a little bit, but there's only 63 of you here. You know, I'm not gonna be. What is that on Tuesday? So Tuesday is a Dorunko Wanko. It's basically Muddy Dog. It's a game about getting a pristine new apartment as dirty as possible as a dirty dog. I feel a bit weird sitting through this conversation. I just like looking at images on a certain explicit website, and that's the extent of my experience with AI. Do understand that it's wrong to steal, but I just like the stuff it makes because it's a niche market for real artists. It's not a niche market for real artists. It's a market for real artists that have been there for some time, and AI is being used to supplant it. And don't get me wrong, I imagine if you're there for the spicy stuff, then it's understandable. You're getting your spices wherever you can get them. But really, I think I'd rather see that from an artist than from a machine that will probably have a boob secretly be part of like a second head somehow, or like the fingers are intertwining into like is this supposed to be a hand job, or is that another like why is one of those fingers becoming another boob? Hello, Aspie, good to see you. But yeah, no, what was I on about? I lost my train of thought. Right. So next week, I'll be a little, I'll leak a little bit. I will not be present directly for the day of my transversary. The day that I came out as a woman. Like, live here on Twitch. because of that, I would like to celebrate with you all. But I don't know when to do so. But I think I've made a decision to do that on Wednesday next week. So tomorrow will be the last candy making stream for a little bit, and then Wednesday we'll do something to celebrate. I've done it too. It's called Abomination Hunting, and it's fun. Oh goodness! All right, another bite of cheese. I might go for another few minutes. I'm gonna do a shorter. I'm gonna do a shorter stream today just to protect my voice. Angel Blocks, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matarkon, Navi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Great to have you. I think Audie's turning into a mouse like from Ice Tea. That just means I have good taste. Like, I've enjoyed cheese for many years now. Although, Audie Mouse might be cute. Look, I'm not against anyone drawing me in certain capacities. You want to draw me as like a mouse girl, go nuts. Bunny girl, mouse girl, cat girl, whatever does. Audie Mouse, you're a squeak. Yeah, no, like I just like cheese. When I have the means to do so, I really want to pick up this this black lemon Gouda. Yeah, this like black lemon Gouda that I got in Solvang last year. You want to draw me again? Do it. You have my blessing. You have my permission. My neck got itchy. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. I think as long as it's relatively, like as long as it's respectful and relatively like accessible. Black lemon Gouda, yeah, it really is fascinating. Like, it's what cheese are we feasting on today? It's just it's Tillamook Colby Jack, and then I have some slices of sharp cheddar beneath it, alongside some walnuts, keto snacks basically. And Tundra Odyssey in a concert, yes. Was that about Rolling Stone? So years and years ago, there was a write-up about Daniel Ingram, the composer from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and the sort of oncoming trend of brony music. And with that, they wrote about The Living Tombstone, Alex S., and myself. And they featured The Living Tombstone's remix of my song Discord. And that means that I am technically featured in Rolling Stone. Kind of reminds me of this lemon basil gelato I had. Ooh, that sounds really good, actually. Yeah, no, actually, how many of you didn't know that I'm Eurobeat Brony? I may not be a fan of puppeteers, but I am your DeviantArt phase. Woo! I just like making Eurobeat. MLP, I'll make Eurobeat about it. Toho, I'll make Eurobeat about it. That one gender swapped episode of Adventure Time, I'll make Eurobeat of it. You know? I make Eurobeat, John. It's what I do. I did, but I always was wondering who did the Discord song, but now I get to say I know you do. What YTPMVs, would those be alright? So YouTube poop is inherently transformative. I adore YouTube poops. Almost got a bad grade because of YouTube poops, really. Yeah, no, like, those are great. Those are transformative, inherently transformative. Like, do what you want with that. Like, sentence splicing, great. Zoe, you're a pretty goth lady. That makes more sense about my DeviantArt phase. I mean, I could be, how do I say, I could be your devil, or I could be, your angle, you know? All right, let me put the glasses back on real quick, though. I gotta get him the right size again. Maybe a little more. All right, and maybe a little smaller. There we go. Yay! Bunny glasses. Oh, thank you for that, Bats. Baked camembert. Yeah, I really like baked camembert. I think I've had that one before. If you're, I see what you did there, Peanut. Stop it. Which name do you think you're most famous under? Yerbeat Brony, easily. Because Ken Blast had, a certain reach, but Yerbeat Brony reached out the most. Somebody used the few voice lines that Morshu had and made him read the entirety of the Bible in using sentence splicing. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've seen that video floating around. Playing Genshin Impact and one of my siblings crying, and then we found one of our cats who just got out before dinner happened, had to get him out of a tree that he was stuck in for 2 to 3 days or take because he was outside for 4. No worries, Timber. Do what you gotta do. I hope that the cat's okay. Like that is a reasonable. That's a very good reason to not be not be around for a stream. And again, I'm not taking attendance. Please take care of what you got to do first. I'm not gonna mark you. I'm not gonna mark you absent. I'm not gonna mark you late. I need a school teacher avatar though. Let's be real. It's a real video and it's like 24 hours long. Yeah, I'm not. Would you like for me to? Would you like for me to hold you after class? Is that what you would like? I see. Would you have ever done the Brony music if you or who you are nowadays? What, I'm not sure if I understand the question. What do you mean? Like, I do remember that I was rushing Kappa Sigma at the same time that I was doing Brony music. I feel like I would not have kept it up if I had joined Kappa Sigma because, like, welcome back, Pixie. If I had joined Kappa Sigma, I probably wouldn't be doing that because it's like, it'd be hard to explain to my frat mates if I had done that. Teach us how to make. I've done that before. Actually, I've quite literally done an RP like that. A little RP stream. That could be fun to do again though. Like, it's 84 hours long. Okay. School teacher Audie, what did I miss? Not much. We've just been chatting. What about a Queen Bee avatar? I feel like Cena Plumiel would like emerge from the woodwork just to assassinate me for doing that. Besides, here's a weird thought. I'm a weird thought, but here's a weird notion that I considered recently. I noticed that if I was to do an insectoid VTuber, it'd probably be like a spider lady. Like, I don't know, somewhere between Lady Novelle and Gazakantha. You know, like I think I did this impression a few years ago, but it's time to reprise it. Well, well, well. Another little fly has fallen into my web. Whatever shall I do with this one? Oh, look at it struggle. It's not doing any favors for how quickly I'd like to devour it. Something like that. Madam Spider Odyssey, basically, yeah. I actually had an idea for the concept, actually. Like, the idea would be that the character is a spider that is about to eat chat, but is so happy to have company that she ends up talking its ear off, and then, stream ends like, well, I'll let you off this time, but if I see you in here again, there's no promises as to your longevity. And, it's almost a little bit tsundere where, like, she just likes having friends, even if she gets a little bit hungry. Like, just that kind of thing. It's actually, now that I think about it, it's got a little bit of that element that Matara Khan has with the momos, like, because she eats momos, right? In the same, actually, now that I think about it, Shy Lily eats shrimpies. What noise would spiders even make? None, hopefully. But, like, it's kind of got a little bit of that element too. Spider G, I feel like. Can I post clips here? I think as long as they're of this channel, sure, it should be fine. If a spider made a noise at me, I think I'd lose 5 years of my life on the spot. Honestly, yeah, that's fair. Ah, you clipped it. I see. Funny story about a spider. I had one crawling on me last night, woke up in a panic and then killed it. That would do it though. Like, that is always a little bit spooky. By the way, I'm probably gonna keep streaming for about 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna rest my voice. So I'd like to turn things over to you. Questions, comments, remarks, redemptions before we call it a day. Yeah, I really like Colby Jack. I think I need to get more. I try not to kill spiders because I like them, but they also scare me when they get in my space. That makes sense. Any game you would want to play regardless of skill? It's a weird question. It's a good question. I don't know. I try to think of games that I would like to be better at. Partially because, like, then I could play them with others and be good at them. And then it'd be kind of a calling card that would translate well to other ones. I don't know. I would like to be better at FPSs. Because, like, then I could carry that skill to Fortnite or Valorant or CSGO or whatever the next big thing is. That kind of thing. Sus Among Us? Among Us? Sussy Baka? I have to do the is this spider gonna kill me check every time. Yeah, that makes sense. What should I do to make myself not sad right now? Love yourself. Embrace the good things about yourself. I would say, yeah, just practice self-love. Find 3 things that you are grateful for. I love an Audi Overwatch stream. I don't know. I feel like Overwatch is one of those things like League where if you're not already good at it, people will yell slurs at you. I don't know if I could ever do that. Like, I could vaguely get away with Valorant, not because I'm good at the game, but because, like, 2 things really. 1, I do know enough about it to where, like, I can at least be like a bodyguard for someone who's better. And 2, at the very least, I can do the VTuber voice trolling, like, Sage 150. You know, like, just leaning into the bit. We have Alexandria and Orihime at home. Valorant? The problem is, anytime that I play Valorant or something like that, people leave en masse. Like, I appreciate y'all to pieces. None of you can stand to watch me play games like that. And while I don't blame you, it's like, oh man, I would like to play. I like to play stuff like that, you know? It'd be fun. Halo. Yeah, I like to be good at Halo. I never did properly finish playing Halo. I have it somewhere. Actually, chat, now that I think about it, this summer, I would like to do more VR chat. I think it'd be really fun to maybe once a week, you know, hop into my headset and maybe do like an hour or 2 full body stream. Has there ever been a game that you actually left due to the community? Not really. Not that I can think of. I think it's the Master Chief Collection. Let me double check though. It's on Steam, so. Hey, Halo. Oh, I have both, technically. Yeah, I have technically I've bought Halo the Master Chief Collection and I have Halo Infinite. I'm gonna take off a little early. Have a good night. Just not getting around to messaging people I met at Toho Fest. Not sure whether or not you see my message on Discord yet, but it's there. Thank you for asking me to sign the card. Yeah, I'm honored. Thank you so much for signing it. What headset do I use? I use an HTC Vive Pro 2, which I love the headset. Not so much a fan of the controllers. Oh, and Vera with the wink request. Ready? Been procrastinating on VR for a while now. It's so expensive. It really is. Index controller is the best. Yeah, I've heard as much. But like, I have full body. I have enough trackers to where I could do like a full body stream. Arms, legs, all that. Hips. You can use the Index for the Vive. Well, yeah, but then I need to buy controllers and that would be that much more expensive. And I don't have that kind of money. I am not releasing enough Eurobeat, streaming enough, or on my knees enough to afford that kind of scratch lately, you know? Paladins is my go-to if I feel an Overwatch itch. I've heard that about Paladins, actually. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no. I'm happy enough with the controllers that I have. I like that. And it's weird too, because like, I do like VR, and I do want to get back into it. I think this summer I'd like to do, I like to spend more time in VR with you all. Get in the spray bottle. Yeah? What are you gonna do, spray me? It removed the toxicity, rebalanced the heroes, and removed 2/3 of them. There's a Marvel Overwatch clone. That makes sense. Hello, Silly Philly. I'm doing okay. Voice is a little bit rough, so I'm probably gonna wrap up stream in about 6 minutes, but I'm doing okay. How about yourself? Who's streaming right now? I'm fun to do a VR chat community hangout if you... Yeah, actually, that's the idea. I love to do not just streaming on my end, but like maybe after that I could do a meetup at somewhere, and then we'd all find a place to hang out. Well, I need to use the bathroom. I see a few folks that are on right now. Oh, Bosch is still streaming with birthday stuff. Okay. I appreciate this, Saprasi. I think I'm gonna go with one of my current list. I appreciate that. 300-pound ticket to Odyssey. Nah. It would just be free. Hello, Spacey! Bats. Alas, it is the tail end of stream. I need to be careful with my voice today, but it is so good to see you here. I hope you're doing well today. How are you? Yeah, I know who we're gonna raid today. I know who we're seeing. Bats. Admittedly not so well, but I think I just need a good night's sleep. I hope that you rest well tonight, Spacey. Yeah, sleep can be super important for well-being, not just in terms of like rest and energy, but mood too. Is Discord DMs the best way to reach out to you with more official discussions? Yes. Yeah, if you have something for me in an official capacity, Discord or my email address would probably be the best way to go about it. I need to trim my nail. Running off of 5 hours of sleep here, Pain Pecco. I'm sorry to hear that. Y'all, sleep well tonight. That's an order. All the BGM is my music. Yeah, this is all music that I have worked on. I'll think of that, Pets. It's either originals of mine, remixes that I've made, or production work I've done for others. Yeah. Please take good care of yourselves. Rest is important. That's part of that. Can you convince my body to agree to that order? My mind is in agreement. Leighton's body. Take care of mind, okay? Rest is important for you too. You need to take excellent care of each other. Please get the memo of when it is time to rest, okay? Be good to my friend Leighton, okay? Very good. Dart's brain and body, same message to you. I hope that was a good case of using my powers for good. I'm glad that you're here in chat, Catherine. Thank you. Oh, one last hydrate. All right. I think I know who we're gonna raid tonight. So it is my friend Bosch's birthday today, and he's streaming. He's been doing some music. It looks like he's playing some Pokemon right now, and it's gonna be a grand old time. Bosch is also a very talented musician in his own right. Does plenty of production work for like games and his own original work. We go back to the Brony days quite well. So, are there any last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions before we raid the one, the only, the lovely Boschfire. I think with that, Pats. Yeah, I really need to rest my voice up. So, last chance. All right. Then, unless there's any objection. Thank you all so much for coming. I'll leave you with one last little ada before we go. Ada, iko da ne? Ah. All right, and with that in mind, let's raid Boschfire. Thank you all so much for coming. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Hearbeat signing off. Bye-bye! Bye-bye for now! Let's go to see. Mwah! I will see you tomorrow for thing that I totally remember. I think it's Doronko Wanko, which is like the dog getting a room dirty simulator. Bye-bye! Come on. You can't do that.